We finally have a group that's going to be close. 2 games remain. Hawk against Nyoken next. If he beats Nyoken, he will then play Dewalt to try to tie it. If he ties it, we'll go into a tiebreak. If not, Dewalt goes forward. So Dewalt right now has 2 more chances to advance. Hawk has to win out from here. He has to win 3 games in a row. It's hard, but it's doable. This next one is going to be Nyoken's last game. And of course, if Nyoken beats Hawk, Dewalt advances. Because there's no way for Hawk to get that that last win. All right, let's do it, guys. Getting into the next game. And here we go. All right, in the bottom right here of Polypoid, we have Hawk. And in the top left, we have Nyoken. He got a good spawn for this, I would say. Polypoid is definitely a map where you don't want to be having the Zerg like right behind your natural. But top left is one of the probably the best spawn anyways for Nyoken, so looking very good there. It'd be interesting to see if he goes for that same type of build he used against Hawk in game 1. I bet you he will. It really does feel to me like that's likely. If he goes for like the Valkyrie rush into mech switch, I think it's probably something that he practiced a lot, just in case he had to play Hawk multiple times. If Nyoken was like a little bit more active, like actively laddering like every day, then he would probably have a wider range of builds. But yeah, we'll have to see. Can't say 100%. He might have 2 TVZ builds planned here on 4-player maps. So while we wait for this game to pick up a little bit, thank you guys for tuning in. I really appreciate it. I hope that you guys enjoy my YouTube channel, ArtosisCasts. You know, making more and more content for that. That's part of why I'm doing Ascension. I'm doing Ascension for a lot of reasons. You know, to learn about hosting tournaments, to just do something different for my Twitch channel and my YouTube channel, and to help out the foreign scene. You know, I think that we need more tournaments there. We need some more advertising of the top players. They really are strong and, you know, deserve respect in tournaments. So, yeah, thank you for checking it out, and make sure you check out ArtosisCasts, and you go ahead and subscribe. And if you are watching ArtosisCasts, maybe you want to check out my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Artosis. Go follow that. I stream all the time. All right, so hatchery first here from Hawk. Obviously, it would be pretty surprising to see him do pool first. Pool first is not particularly strong anyways. You know, we did see Zeke do like the 5 pool. That can do it. That can be a good one occasionally, a 4 pool or a 5 pool, but some of the, you know, like a 9 pool and stuff, I don't think it's that strong anymore. A lot of people seem to have that opinion as well. It's kind of feels like it's dying out in the ladder a little bit. But of course, as builds die out, generally they end up coming back because people stop being safe against them. So Nyoken gonna go ahead with just a standard expansion. Brings his SCV up to Scout, and he's just gonna watch for the timing of the layer. No, that's one of the most important things that you are looking to find out. And that's a fast layer there, 252. So he's going to know that this is very likely an aggressive Zerg opening. The quicker you see the layer, the more likely it is that they'll get Zergling speed as well as Mutalisks. Probably third base. Either it could be like a Zergling all-in into Muta all-in, but more likely you'll see like a third base immediately from Zerg, you know, before those Mutas are out. Nyoken back at home, making his additional supply depot, and getting the gas very quickly once again. You know, I do believe that this is going to be the quick factory. This is exactly the same build that he utilized against Hawk in game number 1. So we'll see about that. And there's the factory going down. So, goes ahead, transfers. He is going to want to get a bunker relatively soon here. I'm kind of excited, actually, to see if Nyoken can improve upon the Valkyrie and the mech switch that he did on Vermeer. Polypoid, I think Polypoid is pretty solid. You know, if you set up your siege line here, it's really, really good. You know, just anytime you're up on those high ground situations, it's like a lot harder to block, or for a lot harder for Zerg to really attack you. Of course, I don't think we're going to see that Hydra Lurker stuff out of Hawk again. We could. I mean, it worked previously. Maybe that's what he wants to get into, like the more Hydra-heavy game right away against someone who's likely to go into a mech switch. Nyoken right now pulling back, getting ready for his bunker. Has that academy going up right on time. Third base going up as well here for Hawk on location like we were talking about. The third hatch on location. As opposed to making it in his main base as a kind of a safer move. Not a lot of Zerglings being made, just popping 2 Overlords right now so he can get that large count, you know, of Mutalisks right away. But do not forget, previously we saw him make like 1 Muta and drone super, super hard and then go into more Mutas. Here, because the layer was so quick, it would be surprising for him to make 1 Muta and send it across the map. Instead, he is going 5 immediately, and I'm sure he'll get up to 7 as quickly as he possibly can for that harassment damage. Now, the eBay. There it is, just finishing up. That's like literally the last second. Got to get those turrets started ASAP. Armory almost done. Lined up pretty well with the finishing of that starport. Gonna start getting his turrets made. 1 there, a couple here. Yeah, definitely need that. Hawk may go pretty ham with these mutas. So there's 5, 6, 7. There it is. So once those are grouped up, you got to be careful as Nyoken, right? Like, ooh, good zoning, good zoning. If he does try to like dive in here, this area, you definitely can take a lot of damage in. The Valkyrie, though, is like a third of the way done. So even against such quick Mutalisks, his Valkyrie timing is very, very good. Muta's flying past. He's got those 7 so he can one-shot SCVs, and here we go. Look at that. Gets a couple SCVs immediately. Flies back in this direction. Oh, the Valkyrie is here, so he's got to be careful. Oh, is he going to turn on the Valk? No, he's not. He's going to run out of there. And it looks like the Valk just barely can't catch up for another shot. Nyoken turns around. Fair amount of SCVs picked off, and he knows exactly what the build is from his opponent. +1 ship attacks. Very cool to see from Nyoken. Going to make sure those Valkyries give him some value throughout the game. That does make me really think he's going to go in the mech switch. If you're going to stay on bio, there's really no reason to get the +1, I think, for the Valkyries. But if you can just keep your Valkyries alive for a long time and just utilize them as your anti-air with mech, that's the best case scenario. You don't want to go into Goliaths. If you can go only Vulture tank and have Goliaths out as that anti-air, that's the perfect case scenario. Now, 11 Mutas coming up. Obviously, this bio can't fight that. But with those Valkyries, he can definitely make him pay for it. Look at this, though. Ooh, he's got to be careful with those Valks. He's got to be careful with those Valks. Ooh! Picks one off immediately. Did get, like, a little bit of damage on the Mutas, but as you can see, it's not that bad. All right, backs up. Siege mode. Very, very fast siege mode. Oh, okay, I'm sorry. This is not a mech switch at all. This looks like it's a push. It might end up being a mech switch later on, but it looks like Nyoken wants to do a Siege Tank Valkyrie Marine Medic push, which is actually a very strong build. It's one of the, like, it's... I don't know. It's about moving out as quickly as you can with it. Unfortunately, he doesn't have a tank yet. So, yeah, he had, like, siege mode going, but no tank. So, a little bit of a mistake there for sure. Hawk right now morphing 7 lurkers. This is... I think it's going to be hard for Nyoken to kill him with this, because is he going to have enough detection? Right? That's kind of the big thing I'm thinking about. Can you make it all the way across the map? Also, Like, just the siege tanks are a little bit slow. But, yeah, who knows? Maybe he does something else. Maybe he changes it up. Third command center on location there. And yeah, the lurker's coming up. I mean, he's going to have siege tanks, but maybe in the wrong spot. If he's running right now, oh my god. Oh my god, the siege tank gets caught completely out of position here. The mutas can finish that off while everything else is kept back by the lurkers. Oh, terrible moment here for Nyoken. The Valkyrie's getting caught by these mutas as well. Is getting rid of the mutas like super heavily. 6 mutas remain, but they're very, very low in health. Nyoken has to reset those rallies. He has to get his second tank out and clear this. Goes ahead, stims in. Gonna try to clear these as best he can. He needs to get rid of them. But the muta's still here as well. Oh, this is terrible for him. And Nyoken, unfortunately, just about in a spot that he's not going to be able to come back from. He had to cancel his third command center. Very, very tough stuff. All right, third command center gets restarted. Science facility has double siege tanks, so he can push them back. The hive is very late for Hawk. So that's actually a good thing here, right? Like, hive is how you really can finish people. Oh, no. Oh, no. More lurkers coming up. Go ahead and burrow in range of this siege tank. They are going to be able to blow it up a little bit too forward on that siege. He knew it when it happened to. Muta's, very damaged Muta's going to finish off his last siege tank here. We are very close to the death of Nyoken in this game. Oof. Another Valkyrie going down. Scans trying to make this work out. Well, he might pop a lot of these. Hawk just whittling everything down. An extremely tough game here for Nyoken. All right, another factory on the way. Maybe we do have that mech switch coming up. That might be the only way for him to try to come back here. Like, if he gets a critical mass of mech and, like, Hawk tries to force his way in again. The thing is, he's lost, like, 4 tanks in a row or 5 tanks in a row. So it feels like he's not going to be able to quite push out and get done what he needs to get done. Like, I think he will push Hawk back for a moment. I don't think you run up with these lurkers. I think you run back. I think we're waiting for a scan right here. Yeah, he does have one on his natural. More Scourge coming up. A few Hydras as well. Consume on the way. Obviously, once Consume is out, this army is sorely equipped to deal with it. No vessels, no irradiator or anything like that. Another Valkyrie does get picked off before they can take out those Scourge. Nyoken unable to break out of here. Hawk just inching back and inching back. All right, this is going to be the death push right here. Like, as soon as the Darkstorm goes down, he's going to GG. Darkstorm goes down. All the Marines die. GG is called. A tough game there. A tough group there for Nyoken. Unfortunately, unable to pick up any map wins. But a big thank you to him for playing. Being called in at the last second. Putting up some good games there as well. I like the game against Dewalt. I actually like game 1 against Hawk as well. It just got slowed down a bit too much. Hawk's so strong. Really have to be on top of your game there. But let's take a look at the scoreboard. This next game's so important. If Hawk wins, we go to the tiebreak match. If Dewalt wins, he goes through. Can't get much better than that. right, let's do it. We are getting into game number 8. This could be our last one. In the top left, we have Hawk. In the bottom right, we have Dewalt. Now, all that matters is the map win count. Okay, that's the rules of Ascension. The tiebreak is playing against each other again. So basically, Dewalt with 4 wins out of 8 games, Hawk with 3 wins out of 8 games. If Hawk is able to win this game against Dewalt, we go to the tiebreak, which actually will also be on Vermeer. Oh, this is not Vermeer. I'm sorry. This is Paradiso. Yeah, it's not a Vermeer third base. Anyways, we're on Paradiso. And then if we go to the tiebreak, it is on Vermeer. So what do you do as Hawk? Right? He did like a very weird looking all-in the previous game. I actually thought Dewalt was getting really far ahead because there just wasn't that many drones for Hawk, but it did allow him to field a few more Hydras, and he was able to break through even through Storms, Cannons, and Zealots. So, do you play a very aggressive strat again? I think so as Hawk. I absolutely think so. Why wouldn't you? Would not make sense, I think, to go into that big macro game that Dewalt has shown that he's so strong in. And obviously, there are some ways that you can trick Protoss early on. You can put on some good, solid aggression that can really give you a shot. Dewalt here opting for the Forge first. So a very safe opener in a way, right? There are weird things that can happen to Gateway expands. If you recall, like 815 had some funny build that he utilized against Mini to win against his Gateway expand in an ASL season. So yeah, that's just something to throw out there. Now, this is actually going to be a cannon rush. Oh my god. Dewalt's going to cannon rush. This is real. Oh my god. Hawk has no idea. The thing is, even if you get the cannon up, you don't necessarily kill everything. Like, Sunkens are really good. Lings are really good. He should have scouted this by now, though. I think this hatch is 100% going down. Dewalt may just win the group right now. Those cannons might warp in, and that might be the sound of Dewalt going to the finals. All right. Bad news for Hawk. He lets it finish. Not a big surprise. Gonna go ahead and throw a Sunken down. Sunken's actually, there's like bugs you can do with Sunkens. I think they actually have half a range more or something than a cannon. But also there's like a bug where you can make them shoot further. Like you put them within pylon range and then you can click and make them shoot the cannon instead. Now, all that being said, this is gonna go down before he can do anything. So the hatchery's gone. The hatchery is dead as can be. But obviously, at this point, he can just kill the pylon as well. Oh, no. Another pylon being made. So he may want to do the little flick thing. Make it attack the cannons. It is very micro-intensive. Back at home, Dewalt has gone ahead and taken his Nexus. Gateway there. Has a defensive cannon as well. Oof. This is bad news. 1 hatchery spire. Can it be done? PVZ is the hardest matchup. All right, Ling's coming out. He's got... Oh! Is that drops? Transporting for overlords. Okay, this is what the plan is. He's going to drop 8 Lings in the main and go 1 hatch Lurker? Oh my god. This is craziness. Now, the probe can't get out of here. Even if it wasn't stuck, the Sunken won't let it. So... And by the way, you see him attacking his own buildings? That's because, He mind-controlled these probes, and he's trying to break it from the inside. No. If you don't have a unit, you can't hold position workers without a unit to shift select them with, because they just don't have hold position on the command card, but they can take the command. So what you do is you attack, because then they won't move when they're attacked. And obviously, dealing 5 damage to the forge or the gateway or whatever at a time is not going to do anything. Okay. I want this to work so badly for for Hawk. It seems so impossible, though. Look at this. Pylon on the edge of his main, kind of. Cannon in the main already. The Spire obviously is not there anymore. Canceled out. Don't believe he sees that. Oh, here we go, guys. Here we go. I wonder if he's going to hear this unload because of the pylon. More cannons being made. He realizes that something's up. Uh-oh. Corsair maybe shutting him down. Second slow overlord coming down right now. He has 8 speedlings in the main. I mean, that's like pretty good. Trying to keep that Dragoon back so he can unload the Hydras. Dude, I can't believe it's not even Lurker, it's Hydra. It's Ling Hydra drop. But there's so many cannons going up right now. It doesn't feel like there's really any possibility here. Let's see that micro. He does have a lot of units in here. It's almost easier to break the front than in the main base right now. All right, dropping off 3 more Hydras. I think the attack just has to commence when he gets these in here. The Hydralisk range is almost done as well, by the way. So he's going to have 6 ranged Hydras with speed. And how many lings? 10 Zerglings. And there's some damage on this stuff, too. Oh, a scout! A scout! A legit scout! He did it! Oh, such a great unit. Gets rid of that Overlord. Okay, trying to come down the ramp. Trying to break him here. Well, I mean, maybe he can get 1 cannon, but I don't think he can get all of them. GG is called. And that is the end. That is the end of the first round of Ascension. Dewalt ends up taking it. And yes, let's take a look at that score. And that means that the Ascension Finals will be a Terran player, a Protoss player, and a Zerg player, as God intended. Or as I intended. Gonna be great. Another round robin, or not round robin, but King of the Hill to finish that out. It's going to be Zeke, Gypsy, and Dewalt. Perfect balance. Thank you, David Kim. And yeah, that's that pretty much does it. Thank you for watching Group 3 of Ascension.